So sell-through rate is the most important metric in wholesale. It is the most important metric for many reasons. It is also the most difficult one to capture. A lot of times you can't get the information back from a store's POS system. It's really hard to get that information and to calculate it. But it is so important on so many reasons. Even if you have connections into, 10% of your store's retail locations, it's okay, it's still not gonna be that indicative. So what are other ways that you can kind of hack around figuring out sell-through without actually having that POS connection? The first one is tell your reps to go in and count and fill. It is not fun, it is not sexy, but guess what? It is important. If your reps are in there and they're doing count and fill all the time and getting that information back to you, you know what your sell-through is. It's important, especially for fill-in businesses like sunglasses, footwear, functional footwear, socks, underwear, things like that that is constantly moving through. That is one way to do it. Another way is if you have a platform or a B2B platform, just looking at the cadence of reorders is gonna help you look at sell-through, not just the cadence, but what actually is being sold versus what they bought. So calculation again of, hey, they bought 50 polos in a 1-2-2-1 size scale, and guess what? That large is constantly being reordered. That's really good information to have, and it's really hard to do with paper and pen. You really need to have that system in place to constantly be calculating that, and that's a good way to look at sell-through as well. So what is sell-through? Sell-through is looking at what the retailers or buyers are selling from your product through their location. So for example, if you are selling an order that has 10,000 units, what is really important to note, not only that you delivered 10,000 units, but how quickly those 10,000 units are selling out of the retail location. So that's what's called sell-through. And if you sell through 100%, I mean, that's amazing, right? Because then your retailer doesn't need to discount your product. They're constantly filling in, they're constantly reordering, they're constantly doing an at-once order. If your sell-through is horrible, guess what's gonna happen? At the end of the season, that retail location, that retailer, that buyer is going to have to actually discount that product, and they may not order as much next time. So really understanding that sell-through and why it's important is important for your wholesale strategy.